Throughout the last year, this kind of disturbing kids content has had a worrying resurgence.
Yo!
So I'll talk about this later. JellyBean is a Minecraft shorts YouTuber.
Ain't no way I just seen that.
Where have you been?
A lot of y'all have been recommending me this video, and I've been ducking it low-key because the video is the longest video y'all have ever recommended me of all time. So this is how we're gonna go ahead and do this video. The video that we're gonna go ahead and watch is called YouTube Controversies Iceberg. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching this entire video today. We're gonna go ahead and watch it from the minute mark to, it looks like 30 minutes. So it's an iceberg about all YouTube controversies to ever exist. Many of y'all have been recommending me. I'm not gonna hold you. At least like 25 of y'all have told me that this video is fire, and it seems interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and watch it. But I'm not watching all of this today. An hour and 51 is not. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna split this up across multiple streams. So today we're gonna go ahead and get this first tier out the way. I am excited for the video to see all the YouTube controversies. Like, we've lived through some crazy controversies. Alex, if you know what I'm saying? So let's go take a trip down memory lane and look at the YouTuber controversy iceberg. Let's go ahead and check.
YouTube is one of the most visited websites on the internet and attracts well over 2.5 billion users monthly. This is only beaten out by Google, who owns YouTube anyway, so it doesn't really matter. With such a large community, there's bound to be many bad actors, and I've cataloged some of the most notable of which in an iceberg format. The iceberg goes from most known information to least known information. Without further ado, this is the YouTube Controversies iceberg. Before we get into this video, I should mention that this video covers a lot of disturbing and sensitive topics, and is much darker than any of the iceberg style videos I've made before.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Anytime I see this face, bro, everybody know about this. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is gonna be a good video, I can tell.
The Paul brothers. Starting off strong, Logan and Jake Paul are some of the most popular yet controversial figures on YouTube, with both of them having a combined 46 million subscribers and 13.2 billion total views on just their main channels alone. The two have been heavily scrutinized for a variety of reasons over the last decade they've been on YouTube, and there is a lot I could say about the two, though I'll only talk about the most notable controversies to save time. Firstly, in the days following up to New Year's Eve 2017, Logan Paul started a mini-series of vlogs filmed in Japan. On the third day, they would travel into a forest commonly referred to as the for the high amount of that occur there every year.
And to this day, I still don't know how or why he did this. Like, and the fact that he even had a career after this is kind of crazy. Like, that's kind of wild. Like, this whole joint was so big in the media.
They'd later find a body hanging from a tree and would turn the camera on it multiple times, only blurring the face of the body, despite other graphic details of the body being very apparent and clear, with Logan at one point even mentioning how the hands were almost purple.
This is bad, dude. His hands are purple. He did this morning.
This was scrutinized for how inconsiderate it was, how obnoxious those who were filming acted, and the fact this video was mostly shown to a audience made of children.
He young, so what that mean? What? He young? What? Chad, do y'all think about going into forest and then recording like this? Bro, he's young. I'm not gonna hold you. Most people are not doing this. I'm gonna keep it a stack. That he's young excuse like doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think like at least 99% of us in here are not going to go into the forest and do that no matter what age we are. I'm not gonna hold you.
And young teenagers. This is far from the only controversy the two have faced either, so I'll do a lightning round of the few that I can remember off the top of my head. The cryptocurrency scams that Logan and Jake have been a part of, their general obnoxious behavior which made them an easy target for commentary channels, the time Jake Paul's mansion was raided by the FBI in relation to his involvement in looting during a protest, the time they accidentally doxed Post Malone, the multiple house parties.
See, I didn't even know about that one. See, like, we're learning new stuff. The Paul brothers be having infinity stones when it comes to controversy.
All held during the and the comments made afterwards, and much more. Baby Shark / Justin Bieber Baby / Friday / Wrecking Ball. These 4 entries will all be combined as they're all on the iceberg for the exact same reason. These songs had music videos that went viral at the time of them being created and received a lot of negative.
Gotta get down to the bus stop. Gotta catch my bus. I see my friends.
I almost forgot her name. What happened to Rebecca Black? What happened to her? She dropped this and then dipped. I'm not gonna hold you. That's tough. This joint was really the most hated song on the internet at some point in time. That's tough.
Of attention. The middle 2 are pop music videos made by teen stars in the early 2010s, and the first is a nursery rhyme with over 12 billion views. All of these, besides Wrecking Ball, are currently in the top 50 most disliked videos of all time.
Baby Shark for good
Bridge
reason.
Incident
What a fucking nice guy. Oh man.
refers to an infamous clip of the YouTuber PewDiePie from 2017. The clip is from a live stream that took place in September and shows PewDiePie getting frustrated while playing the game PUBG and calling the other person he was fighting a racial slur. The event received a lot of attention for a variety of reasons. One, a creator of his size doing something like that.
That Dre was causing all types of issues. I'll never forget that day.
He was the most subscribed YouTuber at the time.
That bridge still is an
and
infamy.
2, because this wasn't the only moment like this that happened in the same year. Only a few months prior, PewDiePie had done something very similar that caused a lot of changes to be made to YouTube, though I'll talk about that later. Around a year later, PewDiePie started a sort of joke rivalry with Indian music company T-Series, as their official YouTube channel was quickly going to overtake PewDiePie as #1 most subscribed YouTube channel. As a result,
the Adpocalypse did everybody.
The PewDiePie movement would become a widespread meme amongst the YouTube community. Notable examples of this quote movement include Printer's hack to make notes about subscribing to PewDiePie, and the time Mr. Beast promoted PewDiePie's channel live at the Super Bowl. PewDiePie created 2 diss tracks, Lasagna and Congratulations, which would rapidly
It's crazy. Y'all know the crazy thing about T-Series being the biggest channel on YouTube? Is it still the biggest channel? I don't know. But has anybody ever seen a T-Series video? I know it's more catered towards Indian watchers, but has anybody actually ever seen like a T-Series video, like ever? Like even recommended to you? I feel like I've never even had a T-Series video on my recommended though. You know what I'm saying? Blue Ride is region locked technically, but I mean still though, like if it's the biggest channel, I know how big India is, but if it's the biggest channel on YouTube, you would think that you would at least get it recommended or at least once. I don't know.
Hundreds of millions of views over the next year. The support for this movement came to a halt in March 2019 when the man behind the publicly supported the movement. The first of the 2 shootings was live streamed, and before walking into the mosque, the gunman would tell the viewers, "Remember lads, subscribe to PewDiePie."
Wow.
Not long after,
I didn't even know about that. That's crazy. I didn't even know about that. I've never even heard about that. That's wild.
the perpetrator behind the would do the exact same. Already being called anti-Semitic and being associated with the alt-right by news outlets before these events, PewDiePie would receive even more negative news attention, causing him to make a statement effectively ending the movement, stating that having my name associated with something so unspeakably vile has affected me in more ways than I've let shown. The diss tracks mentioned before were also criticized as they were thought by many to be racist towards Indians. For prank YouTubers, I've combined all the most notable into one entry, as there are a lot of them that have become despised figures in the YouTube community. While early prank videos uploaded to YouTube were often seen in a positive light and were rather lighthearted,
emo only now, thank you.
In public, their disturbing prank ideas, and would later become some of the most hated creators on YouTube.
Already know what
One
type of
example
time
that
y'all
comes to mind is Sam Pepper's killing his best friend prank from 2015, which was on the news for the large amount of backlash.
Jesus Christ. Continuing in GTA.
Received from the general YouTube community. The creators behind these pranks were heavily scrutinized for some of the often disturbing pranks that were pulled on camera, and just as many more prank YouTubers were scrutinized for faking pranks for views. 3 good examples are Prank Invasion, Vitalis TV, and Roman Atwood. All 3 of these YouTubers
Roman
were caught
Atwood used to be
using
my
paid
dog,
actors
chat.
in videos. There have also been incidents of injuries, assaults, and even deaths that occurred as a result of YouTube pranks gone wrong, such as Timothy Wilkes' death in February 2021. Killer Keemstar hosted the
Mari. It's really Mari's dog for real. I'm not gonna hold you. It's really Mari's dog for real. I'm not gonna hold. That's really. I don't know Mari's still in chat, but that's really Mari's dog for real. I'm not gonna hold you.
Drama Alert YouTube channel is one of the most controversial figures in YouTube's history, despite the he's had a presence on the platform for over 14 years. If you go to Keemstar's page on the YouTube wiki,
the amount of controversy Keemstar at least got like 50. Keemstar's like uncancelable. It's actually crazy.
Table of Contents lists over 40 subchapters in the Controversies section, but I'll give you a quick rundown. In January 2009, trolling YouTuber D-Ranker uploaded a clip showing a drunken Keemstar in an Xbox lobby talking for fun, and people enjoyed the video a lot. This is where Keemstar's career starts. 9 months later, the XDJ Keemstar channel is created on YouTube. Later that year, Keemstar joined an already existing Halo trolling clan named Federation of Gamers. Do not look at the acronym. In 2010, Keemstar starts streaming on primitive streaming service Blog TV, and would later become the #1 streamer for a time.
Wow, see, we're learning stuff. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Wow.
Time, he would be repeatedly console banned from Xbox Live by Microsoft, which resulted in Keemstar quitting making COD and Halo trolling videos. At an unknown point in 2010, Keemstar started streaming on the website BattleCams. This website no longer exists, but at the time it was a webcam live streaming website where people could upvote or downvote one of the two streamers put next to each other, and if the more downvoted streamer of the two was downvoted for long enough, they would be kicked out and someone in a queue of streamers would replace their spot. This is where the clip of Keemstar saying the hard R comes from. The context Keemstar gave behind this.
But who's Alex though? Who's Alex though? Like that's what I want to know. Who's really Alex, chat? Like who's actually Alex though? Like what did Alex really do for Keemstar to react like that? That's what I really just want to know.
That a moderator named Alex was messing with Keemstar, starting his stream early and supposedly calling him Italian slurs. Keemstar was banned from YouTube in the early 2010s after joining an MCN network owned by a hacker, leading to multiple other users being hacked as well. Between 2011 to 2013, Keemstar's channels and channels he was a part of would be repeatedly removed by YouTube, and he was blacklisted. In the last days of 2012, Drama Alert started as a way to report on drama going on between YouTubers and the COD community, with the original Drama Alert channel getting 25,000 subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views in the first 2 weeks of the channel's creation. On the 9th of January 2016, Keemstar—
It's crazy because Keemstar really stole Keller Cumstain's whole swag, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why Dono's muted, my bad. Corporate Donkey, we're gonna replay those. But Keemstar really stole Keller Cumstain's whole swag, ran off with the sauce and everything.
Mistook a 62-year-old RuneScape streamer named RS Glory and Gold of being the convicted felon in John Phillips. As a result, a crowd of people would berate RS Glory and Gold on his livestream chat based on misinformation. Keemstar would later call this his career's biggest mistake. On the 9th of June 2016, Keemstar leaks Pyrocynical's face on Twitter without permission months before his face reveal, but we'll talk about him later. And finally, in June 2019, Keemstar is accused of contributing towards YouTuber and streamer in the Nintendo community.
Keemstar has done like every sin you can commit as a YouTuber and a human being.
Suicide, with heated interviews gone wrong taking place on the Drama Alert channel just weeks before. Rest in peace, Etika. Andrew Tate. This one I don't even feel like I need to talk about.
Recent. Everybody know about this chat.
Andrew Tate has been officially charged in Romania with Charlie Bit My Finger NFT. Charlie Bit My Finger, the iconic viral video from 2007 with over 800 million views, was deleted from YouTube by Charlie's family after the video was sold as an NFT worth $761,000. This upset a lot of people who saw this video when they were younger. Shane Dawson, or just
the Shane Dawson is crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Actually, like, it was actually very, very insane, and it just made me scared for every cat in the nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. I couldn't even believe my eyes when that whole situation was going down. It's some very diabolical stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't really see, and I wish that I never had to see it like this. I ain't gonna hold you. My life would be so much better.
Shane was at one point one of YouTuber's most popular creators. In recent times, however, his career has taken a 180 and his channel has been slowly dying ever since. The main three things Shane Dawson were accused of were racism. There are many videos that exist of Shane Dawson either doing blackface, saying racial slurs, or both at the same time. Possibly the most well-known Shane Dawson controversy comes from a clip from a 2013 podcast, where Shane tells a story where he using his cat. In a different episode of the same podcast, Shane talks about very young children in a which Shane explained both of these to be, quote, edgy jokes, though it was never mentioned in the original podcast clips that these were jokes, and didn't seem like it to many. Shane has also been involved with many controversial figures throughout his career, namely Kira the Wolf and Destry Smith, who was even the host of—
Who the f is this? Who is this? I'm not gonna hold you. This look like he unironically eats guitars. I'm not gonna cap to them. I feel like this is the time to unironically run, do a Naruto run in the hallway, and then be like, "Yo, you guys bullied me for it," but like he was doing Naruto runs in the hallway though. Like, I feel like that's one of them. I'm not gonna hold. Opium Sasuke, like, has to be straight nothing but Blink 182, System of a Down, just straight metal, which nothing wrong with that, amazing bands, but you could just tell.
Host of an entire series on Shane's channel. Content Cop was an insanely popular commentary series on YouTube that ran from 2015 to 2017, focusing on criticizing people in the YouTube community. The targets
having a Content Cop made on you, chat, was like your career being over instantly. I'm not gonna hold you. The only person to ever survive a Content Cop was Keemstar.
Each episode were usually controversial figures in the community and were disliked by many to begin with. These videos were immensely popular, with the series garnering over 300 million views across 11-ish episodes. The thing is, these videos were often insanely offensive, with racial and homophobic slurs being used in almost all of them. Despite most Content Cop episodes being on rather controversial figures who had plenty of aspects about them to criticize, some episodes would spend almost the entire duration focused on the appearance of the subject of the episode instead. The constant slur usage and general hateful spirit of many episodes brought what Idubbbz describes as a toxic fan base, and in 2023 he would unlist all Content Cop episodes and publish an apology, which stands at a 62% like to dislike ratio. ElsaGate refers to a large-scale controversy where YouTube channels and videos targeted towards children, primarily featuring characters like Spider-Man, Elsa, and the Hulk, started incorporating disturbing content and themes that should not be viewed by children. Often,
if you was watching this, bro, your childhood was just messed up. I'm not gonna hold you.
Including violence and disturbing fetish-like content, this content would become a huge problem on YouTube from 2016 to 2017. Throughout the last year, this kind of disturbing kids content has had a worrying resurgence.
Yo!
So I'll talk about this later. JellyBean is a Minecraft shorts YouTuber.
Ain't no way I just seen that. Ain't no way this is ElsaGate. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I've never seen that in my life. Twitch, it was censored, relax. But ain't no way y'all was watching that, bro. There's no way. Isn't this the one shorty who was getting a lot of hate for the Minecraft videos? I remember in like pandemic era, she or they was getting like a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
YouTuber who was one of the most hated and controversial YouTubers in early 2022 for seemingly no reason in comparison to some of the other creators on this iceberg. Starting in early 2022, they would become one of the most hated and harassed figures in the YouTube space in a very short period of time. The main reason behind this backlash, from what I can understand, was the comment spam coming from JellyBean's fan base, specifically the "it's not a mistake, it's a masterpiece" phrase, which was plastered over many comment sections for like a week. I won't talk about them for long here, but
Please no. Please no. Please no. Please I really don't want to hear anything about this. I don't know. I don't want to hear about this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can we skip these? Can we skip these?
This is an umbrella entry for a variety of dangerous challenges and trends that originated from the YouTube community. The Cinnamon Challenge, a fad that started in the early 2000s and peaked in popularity in the 2010s, where people would try to eat a spoonful of cinnamon without a drink to help you. This is quite dangerous, and poison control centers in America were receiving hundreds of calls about failed Cinnamon Challenge attempts by the start of 2012. The Tide Pod Challenge was a trend that started near the end of 2017.
Now, okay, the Cinnamon Challenge I can understand. If you did a Tide Pod Challenge though, you dead like an idiot. Like, I'm not gonna lose you. Natural selection should have taken you out in GTA. You know what I'm saying? GTA 5. You know what I'm saying? And natural selection did take a lot of people out during the cinnamon challenge. I'm not gonna lose you. If you did the Tide Pod challenge, bro, natural selection just got you. And that's all it is.
Where people would attempt to eat Tide Pods, which would most likely be deadly if ingested fully. By the start of 2018, the AAPCC had reported over 37 cases of teenagers trying the challenge, planking a trend that started in the late 2000s and early 2010s where people would lie on their stomachs in weird places. The trend started to dip in popularity after a man in Brisbane fell to his death after planking on his balcony in 2011. The Bird Box challenge, based on the Netflix original of the same name, was a challenge where people would blindfold themselves before getting themselves into dangerous situations. In early 2019, a teenager in Utah crashed her car while driving blindfolded, leading to Netflix.
Like, it's like that with these challenges. There's just no common sense sometimes. Why are you driving blindfolded? That don't even make no sense. The fuck do you think's about to happen? You think you got a sixth sense? What do you think's about to happen though? Like that, I just don't feel bad for anybody doing those. Like, that actually doesn't make any sense. It's like, what do you actually think's about to happen in that type of situation?
Leading to Netflix putting out a statement advising people to not try the challenge. The ice cream challenge, where people would record themselves going
This one started the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? In GTA, of course, Twitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm obviously just joking, I'm not being serious. But this is alleged to be one of the causes for it. Because after this right here, and the Meek Mill photo where Meek Mill has fries in the pool, those two photos, literally after that, everything went horribly. The lady who did this, who was licking the ice cream, needs to be in jail for life, bro. And for life, like indefinitely. Because it did make no sense. After that, life just started going downhill. I'm not going to lose you. That was spreading because of that. Like, it just wasn't safe after that.
To a store, opening ice cream cartons from a freezer and licking the top before putting it back where it originally was. The blackout challenge, which started on TikTok in 2021, involves choking yourself until you black out, which has led to the death of at least 15 children over the last 2 years. The condom challenge, popularized near the end of 2015, where someone drops a water-filled condom on someone's head, enveloping their head. And lastly, the fire challenge, which initially started...
I probably can't show any of this. Please do not show the fire challenge. The fire challenge is probably the most dumbest one out of all of them.
Around 2012 to 2014, but had a resurgence on TikTok and YouTube in the early 2020s. The challenge revolved around people setting themselves.
It says if you're eating while watching this video, I recommend you skip to 14:59.
On fire and has led to the deaths of multiple people. Nikocado.
Okay, makes sense. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, if you're eating, then yeah, okay. That makes more sense. That's why that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Avocado is one of the most controversial figures in the mukbang community on YouTube, and there's a lot you could say about him, so I'll try.
You know how crazy that is though? Bro said, yo, this is like this. Bro had us thinking that this is disturbing content. Yo, he was like, this dude eating this food might make some of y'all throw up, so some of y'all might want to skip to the next section. That's crazy.
To make this section of the video quick. He started out as a vegan mukbang YouTuber in the early 2010s, but as time went on, he would stop eating vegan and started eating more and more during videos. This would cause him to rapidly gain massive amounts of weight, with his viewers growing more and more concerned for him. As time went on, he started getting a negative reputation in the mukbang community. Often his videos would boil down into fights with his husband and mental breakdowns in front of mountains of food. Starting in 2019, Nikocado Avocado's abusive and harmful behavior would be highlighted as several figures in the mukbang community would make videos talking about how he acted behind the scenes, namely Stephanie Sue. Again, this is a deep rabbit hole. As you can very clearly tell, Nikocado Avocado is sacrificing his health for YouTube content. Out of everyone in the commentary community around the mid-2010s, I think RiceGum's story is one of the most interesting. Starting out in 2012 as a part of the COD trolling scene on YouTube, he would become one of YouTube's biggest commentary channels.
I still like RiceGum is one of the YouTubers that I still can't believe I used to watch him. Looking back, the disses that RiceGum used to make are actually like horrible. I don't know. I used to think it was the hardest shit ever, bro.
Weston talking, but he got a bobblehead. Stop dissing me, go find your top lip instead. Zach tried to roast, he thought he was really cooking. I seen a picture, couldn't tell which way you looking. Both tried to do YouTube, but you didn't grow. Zach, keep your shirt on, got nothing to show. I'm tired of these kids.
I used to be thinking that joint was so fire, Chad. I'm not gonna hold you.
for a time, and the subject to a lot of drama. Throughout 2014 and 2015, RiceGum grew a sizable following on Twitch, where he would play games like COD and even interview models and porn stars. This is where some of his earliest controversies arose, as RiceGum's behavior towards some of these people was very strange, often not telling the person being interviewed that it was live. The most infamous of these controversies is a clip from 2015 of RiceGum asking one of these people who were a rape victim this question.
You got raped?
Yeah, bro.
No, but did it feel good though?
Nah, I didn't.
In March 2017, after RiceGum and the YouTuber Gabby Hanna already had beef online, they had met each other at someone else's party in LA. Gabby would approach RiceGum, taunting him and recording him for a Snapchat story, and RiceGum would apparently repeatedly tell her to stop recording. She continued to ignore his requests and record him, and RiceGum would apparently take her phone and smash it. While this is certainly rude, what Gabby Hanna would do afterwards would make it a lot worse for herself. After the incident, she would tell fans on her Snapchat story that she was pinned down and hit before the phone was smashed, before her story changed a few different times. A witness at the party would debunk this and state that RiceGum had only taken her phone after a bit of a tug of war kind of situation.
RiceGum doing a tug of war with Gabby Hanna in the first place is crazy. Now that we really looking back on it, RiceGum even doing a tug of war, it's actually crazy. Not that Gabby Hanna is saying in the first place, but looking back, it's kind of wild.
Note the witness in question is a controversial figure himself, as pedophilia allegations surround his name. RiceGum had beef with Team 10 throughout the summer of 2017 and created some of his most popular videos because of it. Notably is Every Night Sis diss track, which has nearly 200 million views. In October 2017, the YouTuber Idubbbz would make an episode of the show Content Cop, which was mentioned previously on the topic of RiceGum. This was a huge blow to RiceGum's reputation, and the original Content Cop episode was huge. While some genuinely good points are made in this episode, a lot of the content of the video was genuinely uncalled for. RiceGum's last huge controversy before he left YouTube involved promoting a gambling mystery box type website to his audience of mostly children in early 2019.
Hey guys, Blue right here. Today we have a new sponsor, Raid Satellite. No, I'm kidding.
Supposedly, RiceGum was paid over $100,000 to promote this website with quotes from the company. Jake Paul also faced backlash for promoting the same website at the same time. RiceGum would stop uploading on all his channels.
Oh, by the way, this is so random. I heard Tubb took that Temu sponsor. I heard Tubb took that Temu sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. If that's what we doing, I'm not gonna hold you. Then Temu was good. Like if that's what they doing, I might like if that's what we doing, and they gave Tubb a good deal. I'm not gonna hold you. You might have to take that. So if y'all see the Temu sponsor on the channel soon, don't even say nothing. I might have to take those. I was hearing through the grapevine I took the Temu sponsor. I might have to do those. I'm gonna lose you.
2020. As of late though, RiceGum has started to come back with frequent live streams and clips from his streams, sometimes going viral on TikTok. Net Nobody, most commonly known as Skydoes Minecraft, was one of the biggest gaming YouTubers ever at one point. Skydoes Minecraft became famous after a string of successful Minecraft mod showcase videos and would become a part of Team Crafted. In 2016, Sky's relationship with their wife would fall apart, and they would quit doing Minecraft not long after. In January 2022, Liz, the mother of Sky's second child, would come out with some very damning allegations. Sky abused her, cheated on her, abused their pets, multiple women, stole money from many people, and even forced
hearing about all this about Sky, like, and it was years, bro. It was years we were starting to hear about this, and then we felt bad for him, and then we was like, nah, this is crazy, and then we felt bad for him, and he was like, nah, it's crazy, and there was so much shit, bro, that it was just crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, in the end, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Just went in a downward spiral. I don't know what happened.
Her to have a child. Not long after, Sky would try to sell their YouTube channel for almost $1 million. That vegan teacher is a YouTuber who initially had a career as an English teacher, but became a
Why I seen the vegan teacher saying some racist shit last week on TikTok Live? Like, how she's still doing this?
Popular yet hated figure on YouTube starting in late 2020. After what I can only describe as vegan extremism.
Eat your vegetables!
The first notable backlash she saw was due to comments made towards various members of the Dream SMP.
Hello TikTok,
Ross, good
I
night,
got two more golden play buttons today that I'm going to show to girls if they come round. Because they do.
Tommy, the nice vegan girls don't want to see your buttons, but But if you want them to play with your buttons, you're gonna have to show them your fruits and your vegetables.
This was in December 2020 when Tommy Innit was only 16 years old. That vegan teacher would become even more popular after a duet TikTok with her was made by Gordon Ramsay in early 2021, which would go on to receive over 12 million likes. That vegan teacher would receive even more backlash after she uploaded a video about racism. I'll let you spot what's wrong here.
Does this girl seem to you like she might be naturally intelligent, gorgeous, generous, exemplary, and radiant? She looks like she could be that to me.
EDP, you've likely heard his name before.
We already know about
definitely know what it stands for. EDP was a YouTuber mostly known for his bombastic personality that was often showcased in his vulgar rant videos. EDP had been on YouTube since 2010, had over 2 million subscribers, and was well respected by much of the YouTube community.
Chat, so far off of who we've talked about, who's like the worst? Like the worst out of every person we talked about so far. Mind you, this is just the first tier of the iceberg. And mind you, we still have a little bit more for this first tier. We're not, like I said, we're not getting to the second tier, third tier today or anything like that. But the first tier, just so far, who's the worst one that's been talked about? Chris?
Throughout the summer of 2020, however, the positive opinion many had on him would slowly fade, as rumors of him being a
we already know the whole EDP thing. We've heard it like at least 50 times. We don't need to like get a refresh on this.
Google Plus was a social media website that Google operated from
Google Plus was
2019. The reason this is on the iceberg is because of how Google Plus accounts were integrated into YouTube channels starting in 2013. In late 2013, YouTube's comments section would be replaced with one entirely powered by Google Plus, even requiring a Google Plus account to be associated with their YouTube profile to comment at all. This was a very controversial change at the time, with even the co-founder and
I did too because I had to, but it was terrible.
Ever, Jawad Karim, making a post on his account saying, "Why the f do I need a Google Plus account to comment on a video?" From 2013 to 2015, YouTube accounts had Google Plus accounts linked to them upon creation. This was changed in July 2015. Little known fact, Google Plus was not Google's first attempt at their own social media, with projects like Google Wave and Google Buzz being incorporated into Gmail as far back as 2009. The term Adpocalypse refers to a variety of scandals that led to advertisers.
The Adpocalypse happened again, bro. Y'all just gonna see me. Y'all just gonna see me on the streets, bro. I'm just like begging at that point in time. I hope nothing like the Adpocalypse happens again, but it probably would. It probably would. I'm not gonna lose you.
Their ads off YouTube, dating back to late 2016 and early 2017. The most notable Adpocalypse incident occurred in February 2017 when PewDiePie paid 2 people on Fiverr to hold up a sign with an phrase on it. PewDiePie's reasoning for this was that he wanted to test how much he could push the rules and if they would do it or not. News outlets picked up on this as he was the biggest YouTube channel at the time and was almost the face of YouTube. Major brands would pull their advertisements off YouTube as a result, and YouTube would become much more strict with their demonetization policies. Dramageddon
can't even curse in a video no more, bro. Y'all see in any of my most recent YouTube videos, most of the curse words are blurred out now. Still demonetizing me, bro. Like you can't even like you basically can't even curse in YouTube videos no more without getting demonetized. Like it's actually that bad now. It's actually that bad, bro. I'm not gonna lose you. It's like and you're it's not that bad. No, it's that bad. Like I'm telling you, the video I posted today, it got demonetized too, even though like a lot of it was blurred out. But I pretty much figured it was gonna get demonetized because it's Life and Scars. But even so, if you posted that video in like 2015, you would have been good. Like nothing would have happened. But you can't do nothing. You can't really do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my videos be getting demonetized.
First to a 3-part series of incidents occurring from the summer of 2018 to late 2019 within the YouTube beauty community, named as such due to the massive size of all the creators involved and coverage in mainstream media. The term Dramageddon is usually used to refer to the drama between Tati Westbrook and
bro, the Among Us video got age restricted. All the curse words were blurred out, and then I didn't even appeal it. They unage restricted it. The first like couple hours, the Among Us video posted on the second account, it got age restricted. By the time I found out it was 8 hours later, I checked back and it was unage restricted. I didn't even touch anything. They just fixed it by themselves. I was like, why did it get age restricted in the first place? Not only did it get age restricted and then unage restricted, it got monetized now. So I'm like, bro, how bad was the video in the first place to get age restricted that y'all unage restricted it by yourself and then y'all monetized it after? So I was like, what happened? I don't know. But I'm not gonna lose you. Y'all know on the second channel, I don't know if they be targeting the second channel or what, but this is the third time. That's the third time on the second channel where they've age restricted a video and I've appealed it and then they said, "Oh, my bad, y'all, you ain't even do nothing." They did it with the Fortnite video, which they actually gave me a copyright. They actually gave me a strike for that Fortnite video for like hate speech or something, but there was no hate speech in the video. I appealed that, and then I appealed the age restriction, but I just deleted it because I didn't want them to respin on no copyright strike, so I took that video down. But after that Adpocalypse, that's never the same. I'm not gonna hold.
James Charles in May 2019, though it's also often used to talk about the situation behind the Laura Lee apology video she made for racist tweets that came up where she pretends to cry for 4 minutes and mumbles. On the 10th of May 2019, Tati Westbrook uploaded the now infamous video By Sister, following a few weeks after James Charles' promotion of Sugar Bear Hair, a hair product which was the direct competitor to Tati's brand Halo Beauty. In the video, she talks about how she feels like she was betrayed by James, as the two had been friends for years and she acted as a sort of mentor to him. As well as she talks about alleged instances of from James having a history of seducing straight men using money and fame, which was really the tipping point for many former James Charles fans. In the next 3 days, James Charles would lose over 3 million subscribers, even setting the world record for most subscribers lost in one day on the 11th. Later that day, James would upload a response video named Tati, where he apologized to Tati and her husband James Westbrook directly, maintaining his stance on why he promoted a competing hair product brand, and doesn't address any of the claims made in By Sister. The video would later be deleted as a result of heavy backlash. On the 18th, James posted a video named No More Lies, a video in which he directly addresses the claims made in By Sister with his own evidence. He gives a full, clear timeline of events concerning the claim made by Tati that he tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay. This causes Tati to lose hundreds of subscribers in the following days after having more than doubled their sub count following the release of By Sister. Overall, the situation was a huge mess and was so popular that anyone on social media, whether you were invested in the beauty community or not, heard about it in some capacity. Farther down the makeup YouTube drama rabbit hole, Jeffree Star is a makeup artist and designer who originally—
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't be knowing nothing about this person. I hear that they controversial like that, but I really don't be like knowing a lot about Jeffree Star like that. I'm not gonna hold you.
built a following on MySpace during the mid-2000s and used it to build a career around music and later makeup. After the fall off of MySpace, Jeffree Star would become one of the top beauty YouTubers. Jeffree Star's earliest backlash came from very racist remarks and skits from 2007 and 2008, which would resurface time and time again. An apology was made in 2017 explaining that it was a dark time in Jeffree's life and that he used, quote, shock humor to—
Bro said it was a dark time in my life. Imagine, chat, imagine somebody in COD game chat, and then he said the N-word. Like, y'all remember that one boy who said the N-word 651 times in COD game chat? Imagine if he come back later and he like, it was just a dark time in my life. Like, I just like...
cope with it. In 2018, a tweet including a photo of a friend group of makeup YouTubers that Jeffree Star frequently collaborated with would be posted with a, quite bitter caption. As a result, people would start digging into the backstories behind the creators in the photo, which is what led to the Laura Lee apology video I talked about earlier. CallMeCarson was one of the fastest growing gaming YouTubers throughout 2018 and 2019 and is most known for owning SMP Live when it was still around. In March 2020, Carson would call the members of Lunch Club, the collective of content creators he was a part of, and confess that he had 17-year-old fan when he was 19. Various members in Lunch Club would keep quiet about the situation until January 2021, when two members, Travis and Hugbox, talked about it on the show Drama Alert. A day later, the victim would come forward with message logs showing rather manipulative—
Bro, I've never seen this story in particular. I've never seen so many people argue about this story online. Like, there was so much back and forth through this whole situation.
behavior on Carson's part. A lot of people are divided on this case, as some people think the age gap isn't large enough to worry about, and other people think that Carson's behavior during these conversations is really concerning, and that he knew exactly what he was getting into. Carson would stop posting on social media for months, only returning near the end of 2021. Lunch Club, the collective, has disbanded, and the people he used to make videos with had cut ties with him entirely. Unrelated, but Carson faced backlash prior to this for a racist name they used on Minecraft in 2016, which has since been hidden on websites like NameMC. I'm gonna keep this part as short as possible, but Dream is one of the largest and fastest growing Minecraft creators of all time, though he's been receiving backlash crashed throughout almost
That's
all of his
insane.
career for a variety of reasons. Firstly, moderators of speedrun.com did research, figuring out that Dream's Minecraft 1.16 speedrun was fake, as Dream had cheated.
Wow.
The probability of Dream's luck with pearl drops and trades, and everything going down the way that it did during his run, was over 1 in 7.5 trillion. Dream revealed months later he had unknowingly had a mod enabled during 6 of his speedrun
How do you
practice
unknowingly
streams.
have a mod
Before this,
enabled,
Dream
though?
had made a variety of racist jokes during his time on the internet, including an MLG edit of the which was featured in a video from 2015. Multiple race
Minecraft YouTubers and being racist like these, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough. Like, that's tough. Minecraft YouTubers and being normal just be a little bit difficult, you know what I'm saying?
Just jokes
Yo,
made in 2019 during the
not the Soul
PewDiePie
Eater
World
Moon
Series
chat.
series era. On October 3rd, 2022, the long-awaited Dream face reveal occurred.
I'm dropping it.
Most of the response was
Christ.
very
That Discord
negative,
call is so
with
fucked
many
up.
comparing him to some sort of character or talking about how he was forcing himself to talk at an angle where you could see his jawline. He even unrevealed his face as statistics went down on his channel after.
Bro, imagine bro just used a different. Imagine bro just didn't use the side angle chat. And he just used this angle. Oh my god, look, history probably would have been changed.
The face reveal. To make matters worse, the same day multiple people came out with allegations stating that Dream had them when they were underage. There was also the time he had beef with a dude named BallsLover32. David Dobrik, the leader of YouTube influencer collective The Vlog Squad, is one of the largest vloggers
Never
on
heard the
YouTube
Vlog
ever,
Squad, not gonna
winning
lie.
and being
Shout out to
nominated
David Dobrik, need my Tesla, bro. David Dobrik, hey, we like this. We locked in for life, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to give me a Tesla, then definitely pull up, though.
for countless streaming awards and Nickelodeon Choice Awards, having tens of millions of subscribers and over 8 billion views across his 3 channels. It seemed like David Dobrik really had everything going for him. After a year-long break from uploading, he would come out with an apology video in March 2021, stating that an anonymous woman had come forward stating that Dirty Dom, a former Vlog Squad member, despite her being too intoxicated to consent. Only a month prior, another former Vlog Squad member named Seth had accused David Dobrik of sexual assault after he was deceived into kissing another Vlog Squad member while he was blindfolded. While David Dobrik is still huge, this was a huge blow to his reputation. Dislikes removal refers to YouTube removing the default ability to see how many dislikes a video has, but
YouTube, just bring this back, bro. I've never seen. Imagine Instagram said, "Oh, we're gonna take away likes." Actually, Instagram did say that they're gonna take away likes. They just haven't taken it away yet. I'm not gonna lie. With Twitter changing to X, YouTube taking away likes. I mean, YouTube taking away dislikes, and then Instagram potentially taking away likes. Social media is just going in a crazy direction. I'm not gonna hold you, but who knows?
which happened in November 2021. There are extensions you can download for most browsers that undo this change, though it's still a very controversial decision. YouTube's main reasoning behind this change was that people actively work to drive up the number of dislikes on a creator's videos. Much like with the Google Plus comment update of 2013, YouTube's co-founder Jawad Karim would return to talk about how dislikes being removed was a universally disliked change, stating it would mark the start of the platform's decline. LeafyIsHere was the main face of the edgy CSGO
bro, I don't know if y'all look at LeafyIsHere on Twitter, bro, but every day Leafy's just saying some homophobic or racist shit. Like, at this point, first of all, Leafy, I'm not gonna hold you, Leafy. You've been searching for your chin longer than Luffy has been searching for the One Piece. I'm not gonna cap you. So that's just number one. I'm not gonna hold you. But if you just look on Leafy's Twitter, that's all you're gonna go see, bro. Leafy, I'm not gonna hold you. You're too rich to not have chin reconstruction surgery at this point in time. So I mean, definitely need to get him right with that, because it's actually ridiculous at this point in time.
Gameplay commentary YouTube channel wave of 2015 and 2016, and made a lot of enemies very early on in his career on YouTube. A lot of people, myself included, found out about him through the Reptilian Army or HISS comment spam that he started in 2015. He became one of the fastest growing YouTubers throughout early 2016, though he was often criticized for
I definitely was watching Leafy though
when
he was out in 2016, 2017.
A lot of people started to turn on him after a video he'd made making fun of a YouTuber named TommyNC 2010. Tommy would respond with a video of him nearly crying, explaining to viewers that Leafy's fans had sent him a wave of death threats and hate comments. YouTubers like H3H3 would pick up on this, and the situation would garner a lot of attention. Leafy's daily view and sub counts would start to decline after Idubbbz Content Cop episode on Leafy made in September, which garnered nearly 30 million views in the first year. In 2020, Leafy would make a return to the internet after a 3-year hiatus, and his channel would be deleted.
Idubbbz had that boy I was gonna say Luffy. Idubbbz had that boy Leafy in hiding. That boy Leafy was hiding for years after that content cop. I'm telling you, that's why that content cop not sweet.
Following a series of videos he made on Pokemon. Leafy's still active on sites like Rumble and Twitter, where he's you know? YouTube Rewind is a series that YouTube hosted from 2010 to 2019, recapping some of the biggest events in the YouTube community each year. The contents of each episode would get more complex as time went on.
YouTube Rewind was hard at first,
cameos
chat,
from
but it just
huge
slowly
YouTube
got like...
celebrities. The last episodes of the series would be heavily disliked by the YouTube community, especially the 2018 YouTube Rewind, which is the most disliked YouTube video of all time, with over 19 million dislikes.
Bro.
In 2020, YouTube decided they would not do a Rewind episode.
That's why, low-key, that's why YouTube took away dislikes. YouTube's like, y'all hating on us that hard? Like, y'all don't f with YouTube Rewind? Like, y'all disliking our video? How y'all gonna make the platform video the most disliked video? That's probably why he low-key took away dislikes, bro, just off that.
Year, and that was the last we heard of YouTube Rewind. Jschlatt has been a controversial figure in the Minecraft community for the last few years. He started growing as a YouTuber and streamer during late 2018 and early 2019, as he was often featured in SMP Live highlights, CallMeCarson videos. He made his own video essays, and he was a part of the Dream SMP when it was very new. Once being a part of the Dream SMP crowd of creators, he would be separated after a series of insensitive jokes he had made came to light. The most notable of which was a Jackbox video he'd made with friends in March 2021, which featured a blackface joke in the thumbnail.
Wow.
A lot of people, especially on Twitter, did not like this, and the thumbnail would be replaced with dumb bird. There was much more like this on his channel, such as in 2020 during a video where he was playing Slender. He made a joke comparing the Paralympics to the game Quap. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
There are multiple clips of him using homophobic slurs, which inspired the Jschlatt hashtag on Twitter, in which people were demanding that Jschlatt be removed from the Dream SMP.
Bro,
there are also a variety.
Funny thing, I remember this game too. Hold on.
Jeez.
This one right here, I swear like everybody played this game. I swear everybody had played this game. That's crazy.
There are multiple clips of him using homophobic slurs, which inspired the Jschlatt hashtag on Twitter, in which people were demanding that Jschlatt be removed from the Dream SMP. There are also a variety of miscellaneous controversial tweets, such as an Islamophobic tweet from 2018, a tweet from 2017, where Jschlatt defends PewDiePie after saying the hard R on stream, and a now deleted tweet from 2020 that was seen by many as racist, though just as many people claim the tweet was taken out of context from its original thread. KSI has been on YouTube for years and is one of the biggest creators. Period. Throughout his career though, however, he's been the center of many different controversies. In 2018 on Christmas Day, KSI and his brother Deji, who had uploaded videos alongside him at one point in time, had a violent altercation. This ended in KSI being kicked out of the house, and the whole altercation was very public, with both parties live tweeting about the whole situation as it was going on. In May 2019, Deji would upload a video about KSI getting
they was really having brotherly beef over YouTube and Twitter. It's crazy.
Very physical with him, and often trying to sleep with girls Deji had already been in a relationship with. Both sides would make long videos about the situation, and in 2021, Deji and KSI had a reunion, marking an end to a long and drawn-out battle. KSI's most recent controversy was when in a video on the Sidemen channel where they were playing some sort of word game, KSI used a racial slur against those of Pakistani descent to try and win a round of the game. This started a wave of backlash against KSI, and he would quickly apologize, stating it wasn't okay under any circumstance. As a result of being kicked out of VidCon 2018, YouTuber Tanacon.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and dead this right here. If y'all don't know, Tanacon was a convention for Tanamojo. For those y'all who know who that is, probably not. But who the f in they right mind? The convention was basically like awful because there's like it was just terrible all around. Who is going to Tanacon in the first place, bro? Who would even like, hey mom, I want to go to Tanacon? Like, bro, how do you even end up in that situation? How do you even end up in that situation, bro? There is nothing at Tanacon for you that you really needed to be going in the first place. I'm not gonna hold you, but hey.
Joe, who already was a very controversial YouTuber, attempted to host her own convention. This convention was Tanacon 2018, or what I'd like to call Fire Festival Redux. There was no security, the capacity was only 1,000 while there were 4,000 people in attendance, and the convention would be shut down on the first day due to safety hazards. Overall, the
Tanacon could never even reach the status that DreamCon has. You know, that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Like Tanacon, my y'all going to Tanacon?
Convention was a complete disaster, with her not even being there half the time. To finish off tier 1, I want to talk about Miranda Sings, who was accused of in group chats when she was 30. This is someone with well over 10 million subscribers on just her main channel alone. In response, she played the ukulele for 10 minutes and sang.
still one of the worst apologies I've ever seen in my life. Toxic gossip trade? Yeah.
Dang. She doesn't really refute any of the alleged claims and just sings about manipulation and people finding enjoyment in making allegations.
Okay. So, that is tier 1. That was actually very, very interesting. It's always good learning about like the history and seeing all the controversies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, good first part of the video, you know what I'm saying? You're watching this on YouTube, Twitch will right in the description. The second part of the videos, if you want to go ahead and see them before it come out on YouTube, we're always streaming on Twitch, so come to the Twitch. We will be watching the other part of the icebergs in a separate video. So, alright, UG. Alright.
Put this bitch back like I'm double heaven. Hold up, triple deuces. Put that bitch up, we got all the juices. Hold up, speak to heaven. Eat that by my mama, demon minute. We body chill, at least try one bite.